Elaine is going to say a few words. No? Yes? I'm off stage anyway.
Nice job, John.
Hey, yeah.
Hi. I just want to share a few words about Dawn I knew, and this really only scratches the surface of the woman that she was. As we all know, Dawn was a collector. There were her nutcrackers and teapots and purses, oh my. For us, it was Pandora and Thomas Sabo charms. She was a traveler. She was always off to somewhere, the Mediterranean, South Carolina, Barbados. For us, it was our little jaunts on the train to Toronto. She was a shopper. Our haunts ranged from Winners to Holt Renfrew and everything in between. I'm amazed that Le Panier went out of business. I thought we were keeping them afloat, just the two of us. She was an avid reader. We shared a love of murder mysteries, and I think we probably should be part owners of Prime Crime books by now. She was a crafter. There were frequent trips to Michael's for supplies for knitting, crocheting, cross-stitch. During the concrete stepping stone phase, we agreed we needed to find a craft that wasn't so heavy. She was a dancer. Dancing was added to the activity list just in the last couple of years. She did tap and hip-hop, and we shared ballet. We had a blast at recital, and believe me, it takes a lot of nerve to get onto a stage in front of 500 people, especially when you're wearing tights and a sparkly costume. She was an enthusiastic volunteer. We actually met at a school council meeting at Henry Monroe School, but it was after a Colonel By High School school council meeting that she suggested we get together for coffee. That coffee lasted 3 hours and was the start of an almost weekly ritual for the next 6 years. She was a mom. She loved her sons, her acquired sons, her daughter-in-law, and our shared daughter, my daughter Alexis, for whom Dawn was happily other mother. She loved them, worried about them, delighted in their happiness, felt their pain, and yes, spoiled them. Most of all, she was a dear friend. C.S. Lewis wrote, "Friendship is born at that moment when one person says to another, 'What, you too? I thought I was the only one.'" We had a lot of those moments. She was a sympathetic listener. We could talk about anything and everything, and our mantra was always, no judgment. We shared a lot of laughs and a few tears. Dawn appreciated the finer things in life, but she also found joy in the simple things. She was able to see the funny side of anything. She used to complain that her cancer didn't even have a color or a ribbon, so we arbitrarily made one up. I've since found out that a group in the US did designate colors, dark green and brown. Dawn would not have approved. So the ribbons that we're wearing may not be official, but they're the colors that we picked. They're lime green and bright pink, Dawn colors, with a sequin for a little bling, and I think she would have approved.